Hello friends, Jennifer Pearson here, Thistle Gypsy. And some people have been doing some um, videos about their stones, and so I thought I would bring out my stones. And it's timely because my stones have not been in bags like these for any more than a week, not even a week. I think I did this last Thursday. And what prompted it actually was a book that I found at a used bookstore that well, it's not a used bookstore. It's a place where I get used books. It's an everything store. It's a warehouse full of nuts and bolts and t-shirts and rugs and all kinds of stuff. I don't know where they get it. And they have two areas in this warehouse where they have the tables laid out end to end, long tables end to end, and they're piled full of books. I think the last time I was in there, usually they have two of these long stretched end to end things, and last time I was in there they had three. So what I find is that sometimes this table of books, or long set of tables of books, practically acts like an oracle for me. I swear it. I go in, it's a hodgepodge. It's like remaindered, rejected. I found books in there that have signatures in them, like they were signed by the author. So I don't know where they're coming from. Maybe author book signings where everybody didn't buy the book, or, library stuff. There's just all kinds of things. They once had a huge bunch, and I regret not getting them, huge batches of Dr. Seuss books. And I didn't buy them. I don't have children, but that was a stupid reason not to buy them. I should have bought one of each. And they're all selling for like 25 or 50 cents. I mean, it's amazing if they're a dollar, I usually won't even buy one that's $1 because it's just too much. I'll let it sit there on the table for another couple of months and it'll eventually be 50 cents. But sometimes I end up getting important books, and sometimes they've sat on the table for a while, and it amazes me. I have interesting experiences there. And so one of my recent interesting experiences was that I came across a crystal healing book, a book about crystal healing. I suppose I don't know. Should I get it? Yes, I'll run and get it really quick. I didn't even think about that. Sorry for my lack of preparation or lack of forethought here. This is the book, Crystal Healing. I'm sorry, I have my my webcam oriented for my convenience rather than yours. It says Crystal Healing, a step-by-step guide to using crystals for health and healing, Simon Lilly, by Simon Lilly. So, I mean, who could resist that cover with that wonderful amethyst on there? So it got me to thinking. I had never really considered crystal healing. But, as I read it, as somebody who's sold on the notion of chakras already, I don't know, to me, it just makes a lot of sense. And so I started thinking, do I have what I need to do crystal healing? Do I have what I need? And what I've been doing, one method of self-indulgence, is every now and then, and this is like, I think I've done it twice, maybe 3 times. I buy a bag of stones from a website called Rock Tumbler, and I just buy a bag, and this is in the US. For those of you in the UK, the shipping would be too much. It's even pretty hefty because it's heavy. In the US, even a small bag of stones, and I can't remember if it ends up being 5 pounds, I can't remember. But you buy this bag of tumbled stones, and I usually get the small tumbled stones so that there's lots of stones in there. And to me, it's just an adventure. I just love it. It just, you know, the whole, I wash them and I sort through them, you know, it's just a lovely process just to see what all I've got, what came, what the surprise was, you know. So it's a fairly cheap way of indulging my love of rocks. But you know, I certainly hadn't paid attention to exactly what I had. So here we go. So what this crystal healing thought, okay, can I divide my stones into the chakra colors, which is essentially how they use them in the crystal healing. I certainly knew that I had some, but I didn't realize how much I had of some. So I did this. I got all of my loose rocks and some of the ones that I've collected from a rock show that comes around once a year. I've brought some of those out. And so here we go. So I divided up. Here's the root chakra. So yeah, the root chakra, and I don't even know what this is. I think this is, most of this is jasper. Jasper. That looks a little translucent. It might be a very dark carnelian. But most of this is jasper. Not sure what that is. I think this is a bit of muokkite. I think this is either smoky quartz or I'm sure you can't tell it's, or Apache tear, one or the other. So I have all of those. And I also, so that's for the root chakra. And I also have a little bit of hematite here. And I have some other little samples, you know, and I have this little, and I had no intention of doing anything. I just always had a cute little quartz point. You guys can't see it. I need to get it up here. Isn't that a cute little quartz point? And then I have the thing, I can't remember the name of it, the fossil that I also love. And a couple of jaspers there. And various, I think, you know, I have this funky thing that came. Problem with, there we go. I need to get it up really close. It's kind of like quartz with, I don't know, quartz with jasper laced in it. I don't know what it is. So I have various things around here that I'll go into. So on the reddish color, I have this marvelous piece of, if I can get it up here where the webcam will focus on, red tiger eye. Oh, all you get is glare. Red tiger eye. So I'm really not a big fan of red, but there you go. I do love red tiger eye, I do have to say that. So there we go. Root chakra taken care of. Extra root chakra. I had no idea I had so many pieces of tiger eye. Oh my gosh, and I have this one that's like a tooth. It's practically a tooth. Look at that. I love that. But just, these are all tiger eye. They all came from rock tumbler. Just in with a bunch of tumbled rocks. Miscellaneous tumbled rocks. These are also good for root chakra. Probably even more so if it was the red. I do have some other little favorite pieces out here. Just a favorite for their shimmer. I got this big one. I indulged in this nice big one. Was surprisingly cheap at the last Gem and Mineral Show in Huntsville, Alabama. It's my nearest one. That was groovy. And then we have another, so now we're moving up to the sacral chakra. This is a color, even though you see you've got all of it on here, this orange, that I actually have a strange relationship with orange. It's strange relationship. It always keeps coming into my life, just keeps kind of inserting itself in my life. Maybe it's I need to own it more or something. There are times when I've accepted it. It's like things like, you know, I went shopping for a recliner kind of chair when I was in graduate school because I found that that was a great position for me to sit into to do things for a long period of time. And you know, the cheapest good one I could find was orange. You know, it was this big orange thing. You know, I had a truck that was white with an orange strip on it. So anyway, so here's, this is carnelian. I'm not sure if this is, but all of this other is carnelian. This is like a lacy agate form of carnelian or something. So yes, I can do sacral chakra. I have several stones that work for sacral chakra, so that was cool. Do I have any other than the one I showed you, that quartz that seems to have something in it, whether it's carnelian or jasper or whatever it is. And then I was surprised they had so many yellow stones. I hadn't even realized it. Some of these are like a yellow form of jasper, I believe. But most of it is citrine. Well, about half of it is citrine, I guess. And I hadn't realized I'd had quite so much of a yellow stone. So that was cool. And pyrite, this is some pyrite I got from and I like this idea. I like using pyrite for the solar plexus chakra. So yeah, so I've got enough to do the solar plexus. That's cool. So I was kind of surprised and pleased by that. I recall that the pyrite kind of surprised me in how pricey it was. So I don't know. I might have to stick with the yellow. Heart chakra, we've got it going on with the heart chakra. I also am I love malachite. So there's my malachite egg. I have another little piece of malachite in here. It's like I can't go to the Gem and Mineral show without picking up a piece of malachite. And a piece of chrysoprase. I think that's what this is. It's chrysoprase from the Gem and Mineral show also. This is getting quite a crack in it. I am going to take these two out. But these, no, it's got a kind of a greenish tint to it. This is, well, I've got, unakite, which is a good heart chakra stone. A couple of these, I believe, are bloodstone, and the rest of them are green aventurine. And again, these all came in those bags of tumbled stone. I'm really getting into the color of the bloodstone. It's just so weird. It's a weird blue-green color. At any rate, so happy with that. Happy with that. Lots of green. In different colors and different shapes, and I really like that I actually have a variety of shapes to use, whether pointed or rounded or squared or whatever the case may be. And then I have, in addition, for the heart chakra, I have these. I think I picked this up at the Gem and Mineral, and I think it's some sort of mookaite, but I'm not sure. It's a mauve color. It's really interesting. This is all rose quartz. It looks like just clear quartz until you get it next to clear quartz, and then you say, oh no, it's got that rosy color. So I have some rose quartz too. So again, nice variety of shapes with points or no points, which is important, in different sizes for using in a crystal healing session. So I may start to do that. I've kind of started to use it on myself, and I have noticed some difference. I'm not as focused on it as I could say. I've attempted casual crystal healing, you know, without being as focused as I should on what I'm doing. And then this is for the throat chakra, and everything but this. I'm not sure what this is. This is blue lace agate. Common stone, actually, for using for the throat chakra. And again, all of this stuff was coming in the mail, and I had no idea that, oh, blue lace agate, I could use that for my throat chakra. Back to the heart chakra for a second. I also have this lovely fluorite, green fluorite. It's lovely green fluorite point. Do I have anything else? No. And then, so for blue, I have this, and it's do something-amite. I don't know. It's something that starts with a D and has a really strange name that I don't understand. And how that I could have gotten this in the tumbled stones, I don't know, but I don't think that I think this came in the tumbled stones, but I don't know how, because I usually don't get them this size. I get them this size. So I don't know how that happened. Unless, I don't know, maybe I did pick it up at the, I sure don't remember doing that. And then, so that's throat chakra. And I do have also for throat chakra, I have, although to me this is more of a deeper blue, you know, this is lapis. Lapis, I have this. I love this stone. It's a great play with stone. I don't play with my stones enough. And then I have a bunch of chips of lapis, which I think could be third eye or these all have lots, well, not all of them. That's mostly lapis, but a lot of them have a lot of quartz in them as well. And then I have this Botswana agate that I put in here because on the back of it, and you can't tell by the camera, but it's kind of a dark blue here. On the front, it's got the Botswana agate circle, and it's more brown. So it's kind of like blue and brown, an interesting combination. But I threw it in with this set. But some of this I think of as third eye, so it's kind of between or partly third eye, partly throat chakra. And I think I divided them out. Initially I had them in the same bag as being throat chakra, but I don't know. What I really like for the third eye chakra, I only have two of, and these are really dark, again, kind of deep, dark indigo blue. This might be, yeah, it might be a piece of bloodstone. I don't know. But with mostly the dark blue. And this, I don't even know what this is. It's very dark blue. And I just don't even know what it is. So, in a sense, in the purest sense, I feel like I've only got two nice dark blue, indigo blue type stones for the third eye. But a lot of, and some of them are quite dark, a lot of lapis. Do I have anything else up here for that? Not really. How about in my little thing here? No, that's all coal. No, that's it. Okay. And then for the crown chakra, a bunch of amethyst. Some more amethyst than others, you know, a lot of amethyst with quartz in them or other white. There's this other mystery purple stone that came in the tumbled stones. It's quite dull, very dark purple. I have no idea what it is. There's a nice one, nice dark purple. And I do have this. I don't see how I could use something like this in a crystal healing without killing somebody or hurting somebody. It's very pointed, but I love that. Other purples, I also have a purple, but it's mostly clear. Fluorite, another fluorite point, a little taller than the other one. I also have, which I would call a third eye stone. Labradorite. So those are my chakra stones there. I also have a bunch of black and white and clear ones. But I feel like, you know, it was kind of fun to get them all out and sort them out. It's like, gosh, I have an abundance. I'm rich. I feel like I'm rich in little chakra stones. So yes, I have labradorite that I keep, oh, it's going to shine for you, that I keep all around my reading area. So there's one. And they rotate on occasion. Some of them have fallen and broken, so they don't have quite, you can see a little bit of the blue coming out in this. Yeah. It's got some fantastic blues kind of deep inside. Oh, and there it goes. Are you going to be able to see it? Maybe not. It's not as, there we go. Yeah, labradorite, sheen, shine. Yeah, my babies. I went the first, well, I can't say the first time I went to the Gem and Mineral show, but look at that. The first time I went on my own, which somehow makes a difference, even though it was a smaller fair than the first time I went to. It was really big, and for some reason it's shrunken over the last couple of years. But I found these, and look, they're fairly large, and they hardly cost anything, and they had these great colors and shimmer to them. And I was just mesmerized. These were the first stones that just totally mesmerized me. I couldn't, like, get away from it. It was a whole bowl of these. I was mesmerized. And went through every single one of them, picking out my particular stones. And I have never, since then, found, well, that fair has never had the same quality of stone, size or color of labradorite since I've gone back. They had some fair-sized chunks, like maybe this one, and this is the smallest of the ones I have. And this one has hit the ground a number of times, so it's got some flaws. The cats were fascinated originally by the shimmer in these stones, and that is the first couple of times this one hit the floor was because cats were kind of moving them around to see how it changed in there, and they ended up on the floor. You know, the cats pushed them eventually off the floor, as cats will do. But all of the ones like this past year that they had were like clear. They had like zero color. And so I feel, again, I feel rich in labradorite because I've got this one in particular just has this incredible deep blue in there. Anyway, all right. So whether I would think even, because they are just stationary, they just stay here all the time. So whether I would even think to use them in a crystal healing situation, I don't know. Some of these feel more like my rocks, feel possessive, than something I would use in a healing session. Like I said, I've got black. I've got some black, just plain old black stones. And I can't remember what they say at Rock Tumble. Love this little black one. Oh, is it clear? Oh, it is. All right. So this is either smoky quartz or Apache tears. This one is just, wait. Yeah. Well, that one's even a little reddish. So some of them are not as black as I think they are. This one is just plain black. I don't know. What would be clear and red? On Rock Tumbler's site, you can actually buy, and this one is a pure black, and this is Snowflake Obsidian, of course. On Rock Tumbler's website, you can actually buy bags of specific stones. And when you get a batch of stones, you know, like this, you can look on their website, because they're only going to have in their mix of stones, their miscellaneous mix of stones, they're only going to have the stones that they carry. So you can go through and look at the stones and identify what you have in a large extent, to a large extent. You can identify what it is that you have by looking on their website. What you've got in your collection of stones, which are completely unidentified. And then I have some that are just white, and I'm assuming these are quartz. Might not be. That might be a little bit of agate or something. There's a little yellowish in there. There's a little bit of amethyst. This is a pretty little kind of lacy bit of amethyst in there with the quartz. Some of these are just definitely quartzy. This is very white, so it might be something different. And then I have a bunch of clear, tumbled quartz. Clear tumbled quartz. So this has some of the red. Maybe kind of like this thing had. I don't know. But most of it's just clear tumbled quartz. Again, different shapes and sizes. This one is such a lozenge. It just looks like a lozenge. But it's extremely clear. These other ones have a lot of fractures in them. At any rate, anything else that I could show you that I haven't? I've got this ocean jasper. Again, I got it at the Gem and Mineral Show. Not much else I haven't shown you. I've got this bit of fluorite. It was my first piece of fluorite. This kind of diamond shaped. It's got the green and the purple. I've got my selenite wand. I love my selenite wand. It's not a particularly exciting, except for the shimmer it's got. I'm into shimmers. Don't give me sparklies, give me shimmers. I'm into shimmers. Far from perfect. It's got various, it's kind of rough on this side and stuff, but I love the shimmer and I love the feel of it. And also selenite rose. Selenite rose. And I have, and it's funny how you have things. I've got this little funky thing, this weird little geode, tiny. I don't know where I got that. I don't know where that turned up, how it turned up. But how you can have things for quite some time and have no sense whatsoever of their value. And so, hey, I'm going to go get it. Because since I was working on myself a little bit, I put it in my bedroom. And so this is a clear quartz, fairly large size clear quartz point. What? What's the point toward the camera? So, and I started using it, and it's like, I think it's working. So it's like I've had some of this stuff, this other stuff. This is indulgence. This This is indulgence over the past couple of years. This baby, and I have some other geodes, but this baby I've had maybe since I was a teenager. Traveled with me. Just, I've been in the United States. I've kind of been all over the place in terms of living situations. So it's been with me in many travels. And I'm not going anywhere anymore. But I find, I used to just sort of put it away because I didn't have any place out to put it. Like I said, I didn't value it, and so I didn't put it out. And now it's like, and so it was only when I'm reading this crystal healing book where I think, well, where is my big quartz crystal anyway? And I think I did have it out behind me, but only recently had I kind of taken it, like within the last year or two, had I taken it out of a box and put it out. And not among my things here. And it probably would fit beautifully right there, yes. So, and now it's sitting next to my bed for bringing me energy or clearing my energy, one or the other. And, this is the crystal point I can afford now. This is, I don't remember how much these were. I don't know if they had clear quartz crystals like this at the Gem and Mineral Show. I'll be looking in the future because I feel like this does make a difference. But this is what they have, and they do recommend having like a whole bag, like a bag like this, full of these little quartz points in the crystal healing book. So I'll be looking for more of those little ones, but it would be cool to have some more of the big ones too, now that I value more what its possibilities are. Yep. All right. I think we've come to the end of it because I keep all of my beauties here in close proximity to my reading area. Except for now, as I start to use them to experiment with some healing on my own body. And I have this persistent problem in my right arm and hand, and I know it's partly due, not entirely by any means, but partly due to doing things on a computer. As I did for many years, I had a job that had me glued to a computer and started to screw up my shoulder, and I haven't been able to completely unscrew my shoulder because, of course, now I casually, or not so casually sometimes, I'm using a computer. And so it kind of re-irritates it, or the tension comes back, and it's like, you know what? And then it's down into my elbow and into my hand, and it's like, this has got to stop. So I'm thinking I might seek some stony solutions and just see what happens. Why not? Why not? All right. Take care, everyone. Let me know in the comments below if you have stones of your own, if you have a video where you are showing off your stones. I love to look at stones. And also what you think of crystal healing, if you have an opinion. What do you think? When I picked up that book, I was like, yeah, this might be a little too far out for me, but I'm not sure why I thought that. I don't know. I guess I had a little self-consciousness. My more practical, grounded side was like, yeah, I don't know, my more sciencey side. But, and there are people who go through all kinds of scientific explanations. But I don't think that has to do with it, or I don't care about the scientific explanations. Part of me doesn't really care about the scientific explanations. Part of me is just, well, if I do this and I feel an increased sense of well-being, even if that increased sense of well-being is a quote-unquote placebo. I don't think placebo effect has been studied like it should. You know, if I can take a medication that is not a medication, I just think it's a medication, and I can cure myself, I would rather do that than take the actual medication that's screwing with my body. And so my thing is, you know, I'm going to try it, and if I feel benefits from it, and again, even the crystal healer, he says this is dealing with the subtle body. This is not like taking an antibiotic, and you never go to crystals, you know, when you've got a medical situation that requires a doctor. You go when you see the doctor. What this does is it helps your body be strong. It helps your body be in balance and strong to, like in my situation where I have this persistent tension and return of tension, I look at this as, can this create some stability in my body that when I have a massage therapist work on it, that the healing that is provided at that point will be retained. You know, that something keeps coming back that's negative. And I also suffer from Lyme disease. And so, you know, I'll take subtle body any day. You know, yes, will I continue to take antibiotics when I feel that I need antibiotics? Yes, absolutely, 100%, and no doubt about it. But I think that there is benefit. I feel like, and many physicians would say that a lot of times you end up with chronic conditions because something is run down in your body. Even if you were feeling strong before the negative thing hit, there's something that is not, things aren't functioning correctly. Again, even on our inside, we have quote-unquote subtle bodies. Your hormones, I think, even though they can be very aggressive, you know, can be very out there. To me, that is like an internal, quote-unquote, subtle body. Very small changes can make big differences. Anyway, so I am going to experiment on myself. So let me know, again, what you think about this sort of endeavor, crystal healing. Let me know if you've tried it. Let me know if you have any books that you've particularly enjoyed, any experience with it. Let me know if you've got your stones and if you sort them into chakra colors like this. I'm not sure if I'll put them back the way they were. I don't like keeping them in bags, plastic bags. I'm not into the plastic part of it. But anyway. Alrighty, folks. I'm calling it done. Take care. Thanks for listening. Thanks actually for stopping by and subscribing, all of the things just for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.